Hello everyone. I hope that you all are doing fine and I'm also fine. And so today I want to make a video on ADC introduction. This is because I got so many queries and so many messages like you guys know what the ADC is, but you do not know what to study and what to expect and how to study, which is the main point. Okay, so I will make this short video to guide you, and I hope that it will be helpful for you. And one more thing that I want to mention is I'm really thankful for you guys that you have given me such a good response. I was never not expecting to be this big. I got so many messages that your videos are very helpful. That really, I really appreciate that. And I would continue to make all the videos as much as I can, and I would also try to upload each video at least every day, but sometimes things does come up, but I would try my best. Okay, so let's not waste more time and we will start with this video, which is the ADC introduction. You all know that this exam, which is the Australian Dental Council exam, you need to pass this exam to be to practice as a dentist either in Australia or in New Zealand. Okay, so you can sit in this exam if you are an overseas dentist. And this exam has got several stages. Mainly, like the first stage is the initial assessment that you need to do, which is mainly the documentation part, and it is done online through their website called ADC Connect website. They would ask you for some documents like your transcript, your degree, your certificates, your good standing certificate, then your references. So they would ask you for those references and they would charge you some fee, and they generally respond for the initial assessment within 4 to 6 weeks. Okay, and once your initial assessment is done, then the your exam, which is the part 1 exam, so which is the written exam, this is done. This is an online based exam which is done over the like which is online based, and which can either be done in your country as well. You do not need to come to Australia to do your written exam. Okay, and the once you are done with your written exam, then would be the practical exam, in which they would test your skills, first your communication skill and then your technical skills. In the communication skill, they would give you like certain scenarios, and they want you to handle those patients. Okay, and some are communication, and in some you need to do perform certain tasks, such as you need to give the LA, you need to take an X-ray or do a rubber dam, so things like that. Okay, and the other part is the technical, where you need to perform certain tasks like composite, amalgam, then endo, and caries, and crown. And these are all done in the stimulated environment. You won't be doing this on no, you want to be, you do not want to, sorry, you don't have to do it on a patient. It would be done on a mannequin only. Okay. And once you are done with that, then you can practice as a dentist in Australia. All right. But the main focus is the written exam, where most of you guys are. So I just want to give you this study plan, which I made for myself, and it really helped me. Okay. So for the written exam, I want you guys to study TG at least for 1 hour daily. If you can do more, it would be really beneficial, but at least 1 hour. In 1 hour, you can either repeat the recordings, because that would give you more insight, or you can try to do the self study. But daily 1 hour for TG is a must. And always try, as I always say, that try to study the related topics together. So read or tell one case each day. Okay, so there are few cases like around, I believe around 68, or I'm not very sure with the number, but around these many cases are that you need to do. So if you would do all each case one day and do it thoroughly, like do it by your heart and mark important points, and the always try to do infection control, because in Australia you guys must know that they do follow infection control and they are very very fussy about it. Okay, in infection control, you do not, you cannot just make any mistake. Although according to previous pattern they used to give like 4 or 5 scenarios from infection control. Now nowadays they are very unpredictable, and they just like sometimes some people got so many infection control scenarios and sometimes only 1 or 2 scenarios. But there is only one guideline that you need to study, which is the latest infection control, which is the version 4. So you only need to study that book and try to read at least 3 pages a day. And articles, I, as I always say, like uh, always read at least one article per day, but always do it like related topics together. That would really help you. Okay, do not just study for just being like you are showing your parents that you are studying. Like do not do that thing, because that would only waste your time and their money. So if you are really keen to do this exam, because this exam really need your arm or leg, and this is very costly exam, and it does require your hard work and your consistency. It is very very important to be consistent, and always try to do the questions at least for 1 hour. I know most of you have all the scenarios, like you guys know, right? The exam is basically, it does not come up like MCQ. It is a scenario based exam, just like unseen passages that we used to get in our English exam. So they will give you one passage in which there would be whole story of the patient, what he is doing, or what medical history he has, or what is the complaint, what's his chief complaint. So they would give you a whole scenario, just like Odell. Okay, and from that scenario they would ask you 5 questions. One question would be about ethics, like if some, you know, that some other dentist is doing a bad job, so how, what you will do, like something related to the ethics. One question would be about the information gathering, which would include like what investigation would you do, what questions would you ask him. Okay, and one question would be from diagnosis, where you need to give the diagnosis. Okay, and one would be from the treatment plan. So this is how they usually divide one scenario into 5 stages, or into 5 questions. Okay, so you need to do and you need to follow this study plan, and I'm sure by the end, or nearby to your exam, you will be very, very ready for the exam. So these are my tips and my study plan which I followed, and it can vary with each people, like like whatever works for you, but I would say it's worth a try. Okay, try to do and try to understand TG. And some, because Odell is an American, like sorry, American book. No, it's not American book. Um, uh, sorry, I'm not getting the name. So it's the book which is followed in like what it is. Sorry, its origin is from somewhere else, okay? But TG is from Australia. So whenever there is any concept that is contradicting between Odell and TG, so always go for TG, which is the main Bible or main book for ADC. They have only provided this book that you need to study, but you need to be so much more thorough with this book, and the knowledge which I am giving you through these videos, I got this much of understanding after so many readings. Trust me, this book is, if you will read it for first time, you will be like, oh my god, I just finished this book, but I have no idea what I read. It is, and every time you will read it, you will find something new. I don't know. I never understood why does it happen with this book, but you just need to learn it by your heart. Okay, and yeah, so these are some of my tips and some of the guidance that I want to give you. Okay, and I would say that consistency is the key. So you guys should be more consistent with that, and try to follow, even if you can do it like 5 days a week, you can follow this timetable, and afterwards you want 2 days break, that's fine. But try to do as much as you can. I'm sure that this would be really helpful for you. And thank you so much for watching my video.